Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Today I want to show you how to make this multi-purpose bow drill bearing block that you see me use all the time. I call it multi-purpose because when you deploy this lanyard, it's 36 inches, it can be a bowstring. You have access to bulk Fatwood scrapings and shavings and a near frictionless bow drill bearing block. And here's one of the hundreds of pine knots that we have around here, just laying on the grounds back in the woods. And it looks like it's got some good fatwood in it. I've already scraped some off the outside. Let's cut it down to about 6 inches, split it into thirds or fourths, and then find the proper blank to use for this. We might get more than one blank out of it. We have two good possibilities here. I like to do both round on top because that's where my palm is going to be applying pressure. I think I'll just use this bigger one. Therefore that point's got to come off. I have to whittle this down until I have a nice flat across there. That is going to make a great bearing block. Usually I would have whittled this down to the pretty fatwood, but I like the way it looks. Let's leave it on there. We're still going to have plenty of places to get bulk fatwood. You can get scrapings and shavings off the side. And when the divots get too deep from repeated use, then you could do scrapings and shavings off that side too. And since this has the most fatwood on that end, this would be our lanyard end. Let's go ahead and bore two holes in it, here and here, and then we'll cut out that wood in between them, have a nice slot, and put a lanyard on it. All right, now let's get a center line on there for the slot. And I'm going to put another center line on it this way. And do a couple little holes and give you a close-up of it. And there is the start of my slot. And I think I'll cut a flat on this side so I won't have to drill so deep. Let the boring begin. Now that would be good enough, knowing that I roughed it out with the Mora companion. But we also know that I pocket carry, everyday carry a Stanley 10-049. So let's try to dress it up a little bit. All right, before I show you the cleaned up slot, let's just make 4 divots in preparation for the bow drill. It turned out beautifully. And you do want to round over all edges because your hand will be up on top of that bearing down and you can't have any sharp edges on it. Let's make a lanyard. Hey, while we're making a lanyard, let's go ahead and ignite these shavings. And you can see that in the background while we're weaving up the lanyard. Now, hopefully those fumes will not blow back in my face. We'll use our bulk Fatwood and get some scrapings off of it. Keychain ferrite, it's a bayite. All right, enough playing around. Let's get this lanyard made. I'm gonna use about 3 feet of paracord. That'll be long enough. Then we'll find the center of it. And let's do about 8 inches and we'll start our weave. All right, we'll burn these ends. You just want to melt it. Make a flange on it like that. Don't do like I used to do. I would melt it and purposely stick it to the weave, which of course makes it very hard to deploy. Just melt it, smash it with the side of the cigarette lighter. It's not gonna burn a hole in it to make this flange. It turned out beautifully, didn't it? Now we've already tried it for bulk Fatwood. We got those scrapings off to start the fire. We know that the lanyard is plenty long enough for a bow drill. The next thing we need to try out is the bearing block. All right, I found a pine fireboard. It already had a divot started. And this is American Beach and our bearing block, loblolly pine needles. Hitting that root right there. My knee is in the way, so let me reposition a little bit. Worked out just fine, didn't it? This is what we're here for. Did a great job. That was thoroughly enjoyable. So as you see, that's a very easy project to do if you like to practice bow drill, and you'll always have access to bulk fatwood, a lanyard that will deploy and you can use it for a bowstring. Great project. All right, y'all, do me a favor now. Before you leave my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and in that drop down list, select all, and do give the video a like. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.